You're right. It is, and I think it's hard. I think it's hard for people to come to grips with, am I crazy for thinking like this? Like, am I paranoid? You
Yeah.
know, and it's, does the people or the people around me that I'm talking to about this, do they think I'm paranoid for thinking or acting this way? And I think that stifles the conversation, right? I think it stifles the conversation because going back to, you know, the son or the daughter and being trying to be or the leader of your unit, your family unit in this case, there is a high level of communication that needs to happen there, right? And so that people are prepared. So you, when it comes up, it almost becomes an unspoken language. Like, again, going to the restaurant, asking for a specific table in a specific place, and that's how you're handling those situations, or your wife is handling those situations, whatever else. But how do you have this communication with people, right? And starting with those that are most important to you, your immediate family. How do you start having that conversation without sounding like a total whack job, right? And again, I don't have a problem doing it, but how do you do it well, right? And what are some of the skills or tips you can give us to start down the right path?
Yeah, 100%. I personally, and this is half the reason I created the tactical protection reviews, because I got all these sisters, right? I got 5 sisters. And I'm like, yo, like you need to make sure, and I'm telling them all these things and ways to keep themselves safe. And they're like, yeah, 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 profits without honor in his own home, right? So, so they're just like, yeah, you're the security guy. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And I know they're never gonna do it. Like they're just
right.
not gonna remember anything I have to
Yeah,
say. I'm
yeah,
Byron. I'm Big Brother, right?
right.
But or your dad or your little brother or your the one person that realizes that this is important and you don't have to wait for something to happen to you to take it seriously, right? So what I did and what I always suggest to people is have them honestly like send them have them follow me so that
Right.
they're going to start seeing real world violence, which carries more weight than anything you can say because it's experiential. And experiential, when this is the psychology degree, but experiential information holds way more weight in your psychology. This is why I can post literally someone finding the cure for cancer and it's the best day in the world, and I can post it and no one cares. I'll get
No one
like
reads it.
no one cares. I
No.
post one horrible thing, one violent thing,
Get 8,000 follows. Yeah, 8,000 follows.
everyone's watching, everyone's like glued to their phones. If in fact, you're trying to get your family to be more security conscious or have an appreciation for that, the first thing I'd say is have them follow me so they can start to get, or have them follow me so they can start to see the reality that is all around them all the time that just hasn't reached up and bit them yet. And they'll start to value it. And it's not just fear, it's also education. So competency and education expels fear because then you understand what you can do to avoid things, right? That's the first thing. If you're trying to have these conversations like, hey, when we go out to eat, I need to make sure I have a spot where I can see the room. And, if something does happen, you guys make sure you go this way and make sure when you walk into a room, the exits. When you're trying to explain these things, if you're getting resistance, help them see the reality, and have it come from somewhere else. That's really what I've seen work the most, and now, my whole family's on board, all my sisters and everyone's like, yeah, that one video and where the girl was waiting at the elevator and someone hopped on the elevator with her and, she should have got off the elevator, she should have just not got on the elevator. Like they're thinking, it gets them thinking, and it makes it real to them because it's experiential information rather than just, us talking about the things that, they have to have a certain level of whatever for us to even listen to us about. That's been the approach I see that works the best, because this is more than just a job. It's just more than learning one or two tricks. It is really a lifestyle, learning to live a safer pattern of life that will help you avoid and help you get out of and stay away from danger, because it is all around us every single day.